Hi everyone, I am Katie the Crafty Blog Stalker, and today I am going to show you how to frame this gorgeous piece of art. This is diamond painting. I got this from the diamondartclub.com, and I am going to show you how to frame this. Now, I do want to tell you I did get this project for free in exchange for a review, but all of the items that I need to frame this project that I'm going to show you how to do today, I did purchase myself. So this is what you're going to need to frame your diamond art, okay? We're going to use a canvas. Now, this canvas is 18 by 24. It does not have to be black. For whatever reason, the black ones were cheaper at my craft store, so I got a black one. And then you're also going to want a cutting mat, a ruler, and a knife, a craft knife, some glue, and I'm just using some Elmer's glue, and then a staple gun, and then a, what are these called? I can't think of what they're called. A little pressy down tool. And then you're also going to want another thing to measure that you can measure the whole project in one swoop, like a sewing ruler. Okay, and that is what we are going to use to frame our diamond art today. Now, before you go shopping for your canvas, you're going to want to know the size of your finished project. A lot of the times the box will say, but I am going to measure just so I know. It is about 27 and a half by about 20 2/3. So that means I need to find a canvas that is smaller than this because I want to wrap the edges of the canvas so I still see those beautiful diamonds on the side of my canvas as well. So I went with an 18 by 24 canvas. Now you can see my canvas is much smaller. It's much smaller than my actual piece of art here that I created. So I am going to be cutting off some of this and some of it will not be seen, but that's okay. It's totally okay. The biggest thing I want to make sure of is that I get all of the fox's face, and even if I cut off a little bit of the moon here, I am totally okay with that. Okay, so I am just going to kind of look at it and guess. I'm a guesstimator. If you want to measure so you are perfectly center, that is perfectly fine, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I am going to take my canvas and we're going to push that off to the side. Get that centered here. Okay, so I'm going to take my canvas and I am just going to put some glue all over it. This is just going to kind of help hold the canvas in place. But we are going to use staples on the back to really hold it down good. So we'll just put some glue on there, draw whatever picture you want, maybe a little heart. Okay, so that is all we need to do with the glue. Now this is where the eyeballing part comes, and this can make some people very nervous. So I understand. We're gonna lay it down. We're going to pull it down, and you can feel where the edge of the canvas is. We want to make sure we give ourselves enough to wrap. So I'm kind of working at the top here, making sure that my diamonds will wrap and that I'm getting my ears and that it's really pretty even. Okay, just by pushing that down, I can feel where that canvas is. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of stretch it and play with my fingers here a little bit. So the canvas is right where I want it to be on the top. Okay, and we'll just kind of eyeball it for the sides. I know the sides are going to wrap. Okay, but it looks like we're a little too far over this way. So I'm just going to slightly pull. A little bit more, so we're a little bit more on center. Keep checking that top, make sure that top is right where we want it. Okay, top looks good. Sides look good. Okay, awesome. So now we are going to take our little roly pressy tool. And we're just going to push that onto the glue on the canvas. Just to kind of hold it in place as we're working with it. Then we can even turn it over and do the same as well. Now that we are looking at the back, we can also see about where we need to trim. So I'm going to fold this over just so I can see there how it's looking. It's not perfectly even, but that's okay. Again, I'm not a perfectionist. That looks actually really pretty good, and I like that length of extra canvas there. So I'm just going to measure that. It's about 1.5 inches. So I know that I need 1.5 inches out from the canvas. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to trim these edges. Okay, so I brought in my cutting mat here, and I am going to cut the edges of my canvas here. Okay, so this ruler is about 1.5 inches. So this ruler is actually going to be perfect. So let's turn it and get the whole piece to fit on the mat there. And I'm just going to use my craft knife, and I'm just going to cut right through that canvas. And when I get to the edges, I can just move my ruler down. And then remove my piece. You see, then that is going to wrap just perfectly right there. Now some of the plastic diamonds will fall off. That's okay, not a biggie. Okay, now we're going to do this side the same way. Once you are done trimming the edges, then you want to take the notches out of the corner. Now I didn't realize that while I was doing this, my camera had stopped recording, but I can show you what I did. So here you can see the notch out of each of the corners, and basically all I did was take my ruler, line it up against the canvas, and then take my craft knife and cut. And then I lined it up on the other side of the canvas and then cut there as well. And then that left this notch that I removed. So that is going to make it so when I wrap these edges around the canvas, that those corners are going to match up perfectly. Okay, so now all that's left to do with our canvas is to take our staple gun and we are going to secure the canvas up and around the edges. Okay, so let's start. Okay, we're going to start here on this long end, and I like to start in the middle. So I'm just going to pull that as tight as I can just with my hands, and then I'm going to put that staple in there. I'm going to do it again on the ends. And then I'm going to put a couple more just in between those, just to really keep it nice and tight. Okay, just like that. So there is our first edge, and we're just going to keep doing this all the way around. So I think this is the bottom. Yep, this is the bottom. So I'm going to start with the middle, pull it as tight as I can with my fingers, and put a staple there. Then I'm going to go to the end, put a staple there, and I want to make sure that I'm putting my staple on the wood part of my canvas. I don't want to put it into the canvas part of the canvas just because it won't hold as strong. So make sure that those nails are going into the wood frame of the canvas, not the actual canvas part itself. Okay, so we've got that corner, and then again we're going to do in between those sections. Oh, that one wasn't on the wood. There we go. That one's better. There we go. And if you do get one that is kind of yucky and you need to take it out, just grab a flathead screwdriver and then a pair of pliers, and you can pull that out. No problem. No problem at all. Okay, let's go to the other side. Again, I'm going to pull that as tight as I can and secure with that staple. Okay, doing the corners. And we're going to do the middle parts. See, this is really, really easy, and I promise you can do it. Super duper easy. Now we only have one side left, which is the top, I believe. So we're going to do that. Do what makes you sparkle. Diamond Art Club. This was seriously so much fun to do, you guys. Start in the middle, and even my kids would help me. I kind of left it out on the table, and find my kids working on it too, which was awesome. Pull those tight, and then just do again that center part. Okay, now our diamond art canvas wrapping is completely done. We get to turn it over for the big reveal. Bum, ba, ba, bum. Ah, look at how cool. That looks amazing. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. You can see it's wrapped around the edges, and those corners come together perfectly. So nice for those corners. Yay, I love how it turned out, you guys. What do you think? Don't you love it? Now I just have to figure out where I'm going to hang it. I know my girls have been begging for it to be put in their room, so we'll have to see. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. This has been so much fun. Again, if you're interested in the Diamond Art Club, I have a link in the description below. I'd also love for you to join or subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming tutorials. And you can always find me at my home base at thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everybody. Bye and happy crafting!